Good morning. Welcome back to the lecture series of problem solving and decision making strategies for the individuals and the teams. So let's get dive in. So this lecture, we are seeing the mathematical solving the problem. Often, it's a very difficult for the students to solve this. So this model presents a different strategies for the. I'll take for solving problem. I'll take a good example for the students. So which is they may practice in the different modules of solving the different problems, right? So, how the solving strategies we can draw the diagram that can be of thousands of pictures. For example, five houses on a block. One will be the blue and one is green, and two others will be considered as in red and one is yellow. So both red houses are left to the greenhouse, and the blue houses is between the red house, and the yellow house is the first house on the block. So what is the order of the house? Can you tell me this? So if you want to tell this type of scenarios, how we do? We have to do the patterns, which is like very quickly reveal the correct patterns. So always we have, or you like I used to do some problems which is very quickly to be addressed, like in a like mathematical forms or puzzles thing, and I'll visualize the things. So similarly, for any problem, always problem we have to take then abstract problem, we have to visualize. So this we get, okay, this is the problem. So we get this from where it has been arrived the problem, how we can be sorted, whether it is going to fix this problem as first and that problem as whether we have to solve first thing or second thing. So if we fix the baseline strategy of problem, like we call as an abstract problem. So if we solve the abstract problem properly, that means what we are going to deep in root into this concrete level of problem. So all those things we can get sort out. So how will you list this? Making a list of listing the options or choosing the choice or the answers, which is a very clearly. And once we have listed down and we use the methodological approach, how we are going to achieve all those things, so which it covers all the options. So for example, I'll take some. I have given some how many possible tiles arranges are there in an example. For example, I'll not show as an image because if we show as an image, immediately we can crack it. If we say as in a verdict, which is very difficult for us to identify the sequence. If it is a red, yellow, blue, green, or mounted side by side for store to display, how many color will be in the sequence, right? Simply we have to list it down. So we have given the red, blue, green, uh, yellow. So we have the four colors. So similarly, we have to find out whether it is orderly fashion, correctly positions. On the other hand, to solve this, like how we are going to apply this. Uh, for example, if you want to give the 24 tiles, how we are going to this in four colors, four tiles. So that is, it can be of any possible numbers, right? We can consider as in 4, 3, 2, 1, or else uh, 1 and 2 will be the different colors, and second, third, and fourth tiles will be this in different colors. It's all possible of arrangement and solving the things. Similarly, for any problem, we have to find out all the possibilities of solutions and make us one thing, and we have to concise us. So here, let me take as a trial and error. So one could solve as an algebraic thing. So guess and check. Sometimes we may be guessing may be too correct, or sometimes it is like too. I mean, it's a very loss. So it's like guessing the problem is something like hectic thing. So here I have given a example like five consecutive integers greater than 1 million. What is the smallest value? Then do it. So you do this thing. I'll show how the answer will be in the form of 14 into 15. So in this, if we do the consecutives of numbers, which is not too large, like it will take us in from a 14 to 20. I mean 14 to 18. So we get this almost to this answer. So this is what I did in using calculator only. So we have to find out some solutions like how we are going to get. So another example, if we take this like if it is radio stations like high-low jackpot, calling the guessing thing and saying whether it is a high or low. So for any price thing, that is like keeping the tracking the result, which is essentially yield correct answer. Often we guess and check like whether it is correct or not. For all the people for guessing and giving the correct solution for the problem is something. It's not a legitimate thing, but in many professions like for example trade workers, they apply this technique. For example, even in this carpenter they use, right, they know this what are the which part we have to trim which. So based on our experience and based on our problem and how we very good at that field, in that time we can give the n number of trials of guessing the solutions. So one more thing is like we can divide and conquer. We can break down the big problem into number of smaller problem, and then we can move very easily. So I told this like how many tiles can be should be placed in ordered form in the for the house, but I didn't tell whether it is a countertop or thing. But we have to make it break down. If I say the styles, you should have think that, right? Some peoples may have think, some peoples may have not think. For example, like every problem we have to do. Here you can see an example of screen like identifying the rectangular region. Then you can I have given a big rectangular region. In this, we have to cut out of the square and a circle thing. How we do this? Simply, we have to find which is the very nearest thing, and we have to play the game and to find out which is very near thing. Similarly, we have for any problem, we have to take down into the different small concrete solutions, and then we have to frame do the solve the problem. For sometimes we have to see for problem solving, we have to see how the look the pattern, how the pattern will look. So the pattern of solution is also important. Here I have given a solution of one example where you can crack it off. So I'll not solve this problem. It will take too much of time. One more way is like we can work backwards, right? Some peoples will be very clever and professional will work into the reverse engineering process. Like final result is very clear, but initial condition is not, means we work from the final to initial thing. So the beginning situation is complicated, but the end is very simple. So, okay, the direct approach would involve like complicated equations, but when do the problem in the reverse engineering, we get the better solutions. So, this is the problem solving strategies like whether we can give the multiple solutions. Sometimes we do the hit and trial, or sometimes we do the what is the pattern of getting the problems and solutions, and sometimes we do the reverse engineering to get the problem. So, this is the four different strategies where we can do the problem solving. So in next lecture, we'll discuss about the one more strategy. Thank you.